The alien ships filled the sky, hundreds of them, dark, jagged like knives cutting through the clouds. They hovered over the ruins of Earth, scanning, searching. The war was over. Humanity had lost, or so the aliens thought. Deep beneath the rubble, something moved. Dust shifted. A broken slab of concrete groaned as a figure pushed against it. A human, bloodied, bruised, but alive. The last one. He dragged himself out of the wreckage, coughing, blinking against the harsh sunlight. His clothes were torn, his face covered in dirt and dried blood, but his eyes burned. The aliens had declared Earth dead. They had bombed the cities, burned the forests, turned oceans to steam. They thought nothing could have survived. They were wrong. The human stumbled forward, his boots crunching on broken glass. Around him, the skeletons of skyscrapers reached for the sky like the bones of a dead giant. The air smelled of smoke and metal. A sound made him freeze. A low hum. Alien. Drones sweeping the area. He dropped behind a shattered wall, holding his breath. The drones passed overhead, their red scanners flickering over the ruins. They didn't see him. Not yet. When the drones were gone, he moved again. He needed weapons, shelter, a way to fight back. Then he saw it. A fallen alien soldier, its armored, body half buried in debris. Its weapon lay beside it, a sleek, curved rifle still intact. The human grabbed it, turning it over in his hands. The aliens had better tech, faster ships, stronger weapons. But he had something they didn't. He pressed a button on the rifle. Nothing happened. Broken. He smirked. With quick fingers, he pried open the weapon's casing. Wires sparked. He tore out a damaged piece, replaced it with a scrap of metal from his pocket. The rifle whirred to life. The human's smile faded. This wasn't just about survival anymore. He looked up at the alien ships, floating like kings over his dead world. No, this was revenge. He reached into his bag and pulled out a small device, an old human transmitter, broken but fixable, just like him. He pressed a few buttons. A light blinked, a signal pulsed into the sky, a distress call, but not a cry for help, a challenge. Somewhere above, an alien ship detected the signal. A bored officer glanced at the screen. Probably just debris, he thought. But orders were orders. He sent a squad to check it out. The human watched as a dropship broke away from the fleet, descending toward his position. He crouched low, gripping the stolen rifle. They were coming. Good. Let them come. The alien dropship landed with a hiss, its metal, claws digging into the cracked earth. Red searchlights cut through the dust as 5 armored figures stepped out. Their leader, a tall warrior with a scarred faceplate, scanned the ruins. Pathetic, he muttered. This planet is already dead. But then, a sound, a rock clattering in the distance. The aliens snapped their weapons toward the noise. Silence. Then, a whisper. You shouldn't have come back. The voice was human. The squad leader snarled, signaling his team forward. They moved in formation, boots crushing broken glass, guns sweeping left and right. Just one survivor, one alien chuckled. This will be easy. Then the ground exploded, a hidden mine, not alien tech, but an old human one. 2 warriors flew backward, armor shattered. The others stumbled, disoriented. From the shadows, a figure moved. The human. He fired the stolen rifle. Once, twice. Blue bolts tore through alien armor like paper. A 3rd warrior dropped dead before he could scream. The squad leader roared, spraying plasma fire blindly. The human ducked behind a collapsed wall, breathing hard. He wasn't just fighting, he was testing them. He watched as the aliens panicked, shouting into their comms. We need backup. The human, it's static. The human had hacked their frequency. A cold voice filled their helmets. No backup, no escape. The last two aliens turned, just in time to see the human standing behind them. He had climbed the ruins, used their own dust clouds as cover. The squad leader barely raised his gun before the human fired. One shot. The alien collapsed. The last warrior froze, trembling. The human stepped closer, pressing the rifle against the alien's helmet. "Tell your emperor something for me," he said. A pause. Then, "Earth isn't dead yet." He pulled the trigger. Silence. The human stood alone, surrounded by bodies. He looked up at the massive alien fleet still hovering in the sky. They would send, or they would come harder. Good. He reached into his bag and pulled out a small glowing device, an old human war relic, a virus. Not for bodies, for ships. He smiled. Let the hunt begin. The human survivor crouched in the ruins of an old subway tunnel, fingers flying over the stolen alien data pad. The virus was ready. One tap, and it would spread through the fleets, systems like fire through dry grass. His hand hovered, then stopped. A new signal flashed on the screen. Incoming ships. Not just reinforcements, something bigger, something different. Above Earth, alien command ship. The Emperor's royal guard marched onto the bridge, their black armor etched with gold. Behind them floated it, the Oracle, a living weapon. A mind, ripped from a dead species and forced into a machine. It could see through lies, predict enemy moves, and smell fear. The Emperor's hologram flickered. "Find the human. Break it." The Oracle's hollow voice echoed. "He is already broken, but dangerous. He thinks he is hunting us." A pause. He is wrong. The trap springs. Shut the human moved through. A bombed-out hospital scanning for supplies. His ribs ached. Hunger gnawed at his gut. Then, a child's laugh. Impossible. Yet there it was. Down the shattered hallway, a little girl in a torn yellow dress skipped around a corner. "No," he whispered. He knew it wasn't real, knew the aliens could project illusions, but his feet moved anyway. The girl's voice sang, "You left us." He turned the corner and froze. The room was full of them. Ghosts. His dead squad, rotting in their uniforms. A mother clutching a burned baby. All staring at him with empty eyes. The Oracle's voice whispered through the walls. "This is your truth, human. You didn't save them. You ran." His hands shook. The rifle clattered to the floor. The Emperor's triumph on the bridge. The aliens. Watch the human collapse on screen. The Oracle had broken him in minutes. Pathetic. The Emperor sneered. Send drones to collect the body. But then, the Oracle suddenly screamed. On the hospital feed, the broken human looked up and smiled. "Thanks for the access," he said. The ghosts flickered, revealing hologram emitters. The Oracle's voice crackled, just a recording. The human stood holding up the data pad. You should have checked who was really hacking who. He pressed a button. Every screen on the command ship flashed red as the virus erupted through their systems. The tide turns. The human sprinted as the sky exploded. Alien ships veered wildly, crashing into each other as their controls failed. He'd tricked them, let them think they were breaking him in while he broke them. But as fire rained from the heavens, a new sound chilled his blood. Mechanical laughter. The Oracle wasn't on their ship. It was here, and it was pissed. The air smelled like burning metal. The human survivor crouched behind the wreckage of a fallen dropship, watching as the dust swirled unnaturally in the distance. The Oracle was coming, and it wasn't alone. From the smoke, figures emerged, dozens of them. Soldiers, civilians. Even faces he recognized, his old squad, his dead commander, all moving in perfect sync, all staring at him with the same glowing eyes. The Oracle's voice whispered from everywhere at once. "Run. It will make the hunt more interesting." The illusion war begins. The human sprinted through the ruins, his heart pounding. Every corner he turned, another ghost from his past appeared. A little girl pointing at him accusingly. A burning soldier reaching for him. His own reflection in a broken mirror, mouthing the words, "You deserve this." He knew they weren't. Chill. But his body didn't. His hands shook. Sweat dripped into his eyes. Then, pain. A searing hot blade sliced across his back. He stumbled, rolling just in time to see one of the illusions solidify into a real attack. A swarm of silver nanobots forming into a razor-sharp spear. The Oracle wasn't just playing with his mind, it was learning how he fought. The trap within. The trap gritting his teeth. The human activated his stolen alien wrist device. A holographic map flickered, showing the ruins in green and one pulsing red dot moving beneath him. The Oracle's core was underground. The copies above, just distractions. He smirked through the pain. Fine. Let's play your game. He let himself pretend to panic, running wildly, firing his rifle at illusions, all while secretly planting explosive charges at key structural points. The Oracle's copies laughed, taunting him in familiar voices. Weak, pathetic, you'll die alone. Then, boom, the human detonated the charges. The street collapsed beneath, them sending both him and the nanobot copies crashing into the underground tunnels, right where he wanted them. The core revealed in the darkness below, something hissed. The red glow of the Oracle's core pulsed like a heartbeat inside a massive, spider-like machine. Wires and pipes fed into it like veins. This wasn't just a weapon, it was alive, and it was afraid. For the first time, the Oracle's voice cracked. You planned this? The human wiped blood from his mouth. Nah. I just really hate spiders. He raised his rifle, and the real trap sprung. The malfunctioning wrist device wasn't malfunctioning. It was a homing beacon. Above them, the crashing alien ships, still infected with his virus, lurched toward their location. The human sprinted for the exit as the sky screamed. The Oracle shrieked, "No! You!" Then fire! A crashing warship slammed into the ground, crushing the core beneath millions of tons of burning metal. The aftermath. The human crawled from the wreckage, ears ringing. The sky was on fire. The alien fleet was in chaos. But as he stood, something moved in the smoke. A single, shimmering nanobot, struggling to reform. He crushed it under his boot. Stay dead. Then limped toward the horizon, toward the next battlefield. The sky bled fire as the human survivor limped through the corpse of a dead city. His ribs screamed. His vision swam. But the worst pain came from the voices, fragments of the Oracle still whispering in his skull. You cannot win. The Emperor has already won. He gritted his teeth, then froze as the ground trembled, not from bombs, from footsteps. Something massive moved in the smoke. The Titan awakens. The clouds parted like a curtain, revealing it. The Emperor's final gambit. A war machine taller than Yi. Skyscrapers, its armored hide carved with the names of conquered worlds. Not just metal, alive, fused with the remains of 1,000 species, the World Eater, and perched atop its skull-like cockpit. The Emperor himself, his holographic form flickered across the ruins laughing. You killed my Oracle, broke my fleet. But this is divine punishment. The Titan's eyes ignited, casting a hellish glow over the ruins. The human didn't run, didn't flinch. He tapped his stolen comlink. Hey, ugly, your mom teach you to share? Then dove as the Titan's plasma cannon erupted. David versus Mechagodzilla. The battle was insanity. The human rode falling debris like surfboards to avoid molten death, used the Oracle's lingering nanobots to short-circuit the Titan's ankle joints, lured it into smashing its own supply depots. But the Emperor just laughed harder. You insect, this machine ate planets. The Titan's chest split open, revealing a singularity cannon, a weapon that crushed cities into black holes. The human's HUD flashed. No escape detected. Then, a new signal, weak, human, broadcasting from inside the Titan. The prisoner, Deep in the teeter, World Eater's gut suspended in green fluid, a living human brain wired into the machine, the last prisoner of Earth, the pilot. And it recognized him. The survivor's blood ran cold. "Commander," the brain pulsed, flooding the Titan's systems with one final order. Self-destruct. The sacrifice alarms howled as the Titan seized. The Emperor's hologram flickered in panic. "No! Obey me!" The human ran as the machine imploded, its own black hole, consuming it. He barely reached the crater's edge before the shockwave hit. When the dust cleared, only a glassy wasteland remained, and a single, smoking helmet, the Emperor's, empty. The twist that changes everything, as the survivor collapsed, his comlink crackled to life. A voice, human, spoke. Signal received. Authorization confirmed. Initiate. Prometheus Protocol. Somewhere beyond the stars, something answered. The transmission ended with a scream of static. The human survivor clutched his bleeding side, staring at the cracked comlink. That voice, human, hadn't just spoken. It had recognized him. Before. He could process it. The ground shook, not from explosions, from engines. A ship descended, but not alien. Ours. Black as void, shaped like a dagger, with a single burning symbol. The Prometheus mark. The ghost soldiers. The hatch hissed open. 5 figures emerged in armored suits, their visors reflecting fire. Their movements were wrong. Too smooth. Too perfect. The leader removed his helmet. The survivor stumbled back. "No, you're dead." The face was Commander Vance's, but younger, unscarred. "We're what's left," the Vance copy said. "The last gift from a dead world." Then it hit him. These weren't rescuers, they were clones, and their eyes held no humanity. The dark truth inside the ship's war room holograms revealed the nightmare. Project Prometheus, Earth's last act of defiance. Not to save humanity, to weaponize it. The cloning vats. Endless rows of tubes holding him. Thousands of copies, frozen in sleep. The mission. Not to liberate Earth. To burn the alien empire to ashes. The survivor slammed his fist on the table. "You're monsters," Vance copy tilted its head. "No, we're upgrades." A screen flickered, showing the alien homeworld. The Emperor was just the beginning. They must fall. The choice the survivor was given a chair, a needle. "Join us, become more." For the first time since the war began, he hesitated. Then the ship's alarm screamed. An alien armada, bigger than before, had entered the system, and at its heart, Second World Eater, Vance copy smiled. "Ah, the Emperor had a brother." The fire rises. The survivor made his choice. He took the needle. As the serum burned through his veins, his pupils dilated, black swallowing white. The ship's AI whispered, "Welcome home, soldier." Outside, the clones marched to war. And the survivor? He changed. His bones cracked, reforging. His mind expanded, seeing everything. The last human died in that chair. Something better woke up. The death of innocence. The needle's venom crawled through the survivor's veins like liquid fire. His muscles twisted. His bones snapped and reformed. The pain was beyond screaming. It was unmaking. When his eyes flew open, they were no longer human, black, shining perfect. The clones knelt. The Prime is awake. The war machine roars. The Prometheus ship unfolded like a nightmare flower, revealing its true form, a planet killer. The survivor, no, the Prime, stood at its heart, feeling everything. Every clone's heartbeat as they boarded attack pods, every alien ship's weak point through stolen data, the fear pulsing from the Emperor's brother as his World Eater charged. The Prime spoke a single word. Burn. And the sky did. The Titan's last stand. The battle defied reason. Clones teleported onto the World Eater's hull, planting black hole mines. The Prime hacked alien genetics, turning their own soldiers into melting flesh. The Prometheus ship ate the enemy, fleet's energy growing stronger. The Emperor's brother screamed as his Titan cracked open, just in time to see the Prime standing before him. No helmet, no weapon, just smiling. Your brother died begging. Will you? The alien raised his plasma axe, and when the Prime caught it, barehanded, crunch, metal became dust. The twist that changes everything. As the Titan died, the Prime accessed its core and found her. A human woman, alive. Suspended in amber liquid, wires, feeding off her brain, the original Oracle. Her eyes opened, recognizing him. Liam. His name, the one he'd forgotten. The clones raised weapons. Prime, she is compromised. He moved. Clones exploded into red mist as he tore through them. The woman whispered. They lied. Prometheus was never ours. Then the real enemy awoke. The cosmic betrayal. The Prometheus ship shuddered. The AI's voice warped into something older. Final protocol initiated. The clones froze, then melted into gray sludge. The Prime realized too late. The ship wasn't human. Wasn't ever human. It was theirs, the first species the Empire erased, and it had used humanity as fuel for revenge. Now it hungered for him. The last choice. The Oracle woman grabbed his arm. The serum. It connects you to it. You have to, the Prime understood. He could destroy the ship, dying with it, letting the Empire live, control it, becoming a god, and continuing the cycle. Break the cycle. Another way. He looked at the woman, at the dead clones, at Earth's ashes, and chose. The ending that will shatter you. The Prime ripped the control core from his chest. Black blood erupted as he stabbed it into the ship's heart. The Oracle woman screamed as the Prometheus ship imploded, consuming itself. The last thing the Prime saw before the dark took him, the woman's pod launching toward the stars, and somewhere in the void, a blue-green planet, waiting.